When I first started Muay Thai, I didn't come in looking for life lessons. I wasn't searching for discipline, clarity, or some deeper sense of purpose. I just wanted to train. I wanted to learn how to fight. I wanted to learn how to defend myself. And I wanted to see how far I could push myself. I needed a routine for a physical outlet that didn't always rely on others as well. But over time, Muay Thai gave me things I didn't know I was missing. And that's what I want to talk to you about today.
Episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, Authentic Muay Thai Lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of the Nok Muay. Go check it out.
I want to talk about Black Room at Deep Studios. If you enjoy the content of this podcast, you will definitely enjoy the value that you get out of the Black Room and being a member of the Black Room. What it is it's a subscriber-based way to support the podcast. If you enjoy the podcast and want it to continue, I'm asking for your help. And in exchange, you're going to get an underground view of Muay Thai, American Muay Thai, as well as within Thailand. We have people who are now working on the ground in Thailand that are helping us get media, content, all that stuff. We're posting it there on Black Room, as well as behind the scenes footage of the podcast recordings when we're recording. After I stop recording for stuff that we broadcast, we put some subscriber based only content on there. So you're going to really get a lot of value out of that subscription. Okay. It's not just supporting the podcast. We also have podcast subscriber only merchandise that's coming out as well here in 2024. So you have to be a part of the Black Room in order to get access to that. So I'm asking you for your help on that, but I know that it's not so much of you helping me. It's going to be us giving you a ton of value that you're going to get and just enjoy it. And it's only $5 a month. All right. You can cancel it anytime. Every little bit counts. Please go join it. The link is down in the show notes. All right. Anyways, sit back and enjoy the show. So what do you cop? My name is Jonathan Pu'u. I'm the founder of Pu'u Muay Thai and the host of the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast, which you're listening to and watching now. All right. I've been involved in Muay Thai for close to 2 decades now as a student, a fighter, a coach, running an academy, and a ring official. And the longer I stay in this art, the more I realize that the biggest things Muay Thai gave me had very little to do with punches, kicks, training, or fighting. All right. One of the first things Muay Thai gave me was structure. You know, you have train days, class times, routines, and standards, right? At the time, I didn't think of it that way, though. I just knew that no matter what else was going on in my life, there was a place I could show up, train, and just focus, right? I could tune out the noise of the world and focus on exerting myself on the heavy bag, or if I was drilling with a partner, hitting kick shields, and while learning a new skill, too. And looking back, that structure is what kept me grounded during periods where a lot of other things really felt uncertain and turbulent in my life. I just graduated high school and wasn't sure on what direction I wanted in life at that point. All right, I had no idea. I had no aspirations for college. I knew I wanted to travel, and that's about it. Muay Thai became something stable I could eventually rely on, of course. And before I even realized how important that was, right? I wish someone had told me that I needed this, that I needed Muay Thai. Muay Thai also gave me humility as well. So no matter how confident you walk into Muay Thai has a way of leveling you out. There's always someone who's going to be better than you. There's always something you don't understand yet. And there's always another layer to the game. At first, that can feel quite frustrating, like we talked about here. And for some people, that can be a thing that gets them to quit, right? For me, I didn't get frustrated. I knew I sucked, right? We've talked about this. It's okay to suck. Like, that's when you come into a place, it's okay to suck. But over time, it does teach you patience. Patience with the process, patience with yourself, and patience with others as well. It taught me that progress doesn't respond to ego. Go figure. It responds to consistency. And when others were better than me, it would leave me would leave the training for extended periods of time. They would often come back and I would often reduce that skill gap I noticed with the person. Not saying like I was better than them or anything like that. I just noticed that like, hey, I'm catching up a little bit. Or, if they were gone for a long period of time, I would surpass them. And often they would comment on it too. Like they would comment like, hey man, you're getting way better. And that was a catalyst for some of them getting back into training too, which was unexpected. All right. And that lesson carried way far beyond the training facility, the gym, and where I was at. All right. One thing Muay Thai gave me that I didn't expect was also emotional control. I learned how to stay calm, especially when you're tired. I learned how to stay calm when you're uncomfortable, when you're under pressure, when you're nervous, and shit, when you're scared, right? And you can't fake that. You kind of have to like fake it until it starts becoming your normal, right? Over time, training teaches you how to breathe, how to reset, and keep going without panicking or shutting down. And that shows up in life more than people may realize. Think about difficult conversations in stressful situations and moments where, younger versions of yourself might have reacted instead of responding, right? Muay Thai didn't make me just emotionless either. It made me steadier, right? Where other people will get all crazy, I just stayed the course. All right. So without, Muay Thai gave me a quieter sense of confidence too, without actually needing that validation from others. Not the loud kind, not the kind that needs to prove something, right? But the kind that comes from knowing you've done hard things before and can do them again. That confidence isn't tied to me winning, right? When I fought, it wasn't about so much, yeah, of course I wanted to win, all right? But as long as like I know that I tried my best and I went out there, I knew that it was a win in my book, right? So it's tied to effort, repetition, and staying when it would have been easier to leave. A lot of people quit when it gets hard, right? And once you have that, you stop chasing validation from outside resources, right? And outside sources. You trust yourself more. And finally, Muay Thai gave me a community. This is a big one. It's something that a lot of people need nowadays, right? And not just training partners, but people who understand effort, discipline, and respect. People who show up consistently, people who hold high standards, and people who grow together. Over time, that sense of belonging becomes deeper than just, a training program or a gym membership, right? With time, that feeling of belonging grows into something more significant than a mere training program. It becomes part of who you are, right? It becomes part of your experience. The more involved you can be in the community of Muay Thai, the more you'll get from it in return as well. This is something I've learned time and time again, and this is something people who've been in it a long time, they'll agree. Like if you're a coach and you listen to this, let me know. Do you agree about the community, right? I've learned that throughout the years in training, just about the community that, and had I known that, I would have invested way more time into the community aspect of the program I was involved in, right? Some of my best training partners are people who, without them, I probably wouldn't be here talking to the camera and you listening to me today, right? I would have quit Muay Thai. I wouldn't be doing Muay Thai still. When I started Muay Thai, I thought I was just learning how to fight, right? How to defend myself, self-defense, being more confident. What I didn't realize that I was learning how to be more patient as well, more grounded, more disciplined, and more resilient. And Muay Thai didn't give me everything I wanted. It actually gave me what I needed. And most of the time, you don't recognize those things until years later when you look back and realize how much you've changed. Like I talked about this before, when students feel like they're stuck, just say, hey, man, look at yourself when you first started to where you're at now. Are you better than when you first started? Because if you are, you're making that progress, right? And that's something that comes with time, and you have to, to have that self-reflection. It's not easy for me, and I think for most people it's not. All right. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. And I'm curious, what has Muay Thai given you that you didn't expect when you first started? You could drop a comment down in the comments if you're watching this here on YouTube, or call or text the podcast line at 805-456-3316. I read and listen to every single message. It would mean the world to me if you drop the text in there, even just say, yo, dig the podcast. All right. So I want to make sure you're subscribed to the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast for more conversations about training, culture, and the lessons that stay with you long after class is over. All right. With that said, I'll see you in the next episode. Sawadee Kap. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today to the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast. If you enjoy the content, go leave a review over on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Give us a rating. It means the world to us. Also, if you want to be a guest on the Pu'u Muay Thai Podcast, or if you just want to shout out to your friend, go check us out at podcast.pu'umuaythai.com. You can submit to be able to be a guest on the podcast. You can submit what you want to talk about. Also, if you want to just give a shout out, there's a button for that too. Sawadee Kap.